Well, so much for putting one video a week out. So this video I want to explain why I'm not doing what I wanted to do and why I'm driving a truck, and some advice to the younger people. So when I went to college, I signed up for what I thought was going to be the degree I needed to do what I wanted to do, which was build houses. In my mind, I had these ideas and designs I wanted to build and just sell them, just build it and sell it. And they weren't based off of historical designs or anything like that, so I didn't need to learn architecture, but that was the closest degree I could find. As I'm taking the classes, I'm realizing that none of them had to do with what I needed to learn. And I went to the school's advisor, a college advisor. You think you can completely 100% trust this person to tell you the truth, right? Well, I explained, I said, I want to build homes, and what I need to know is, like, if I want a basement with no support poles in it, then how big does the I-beam have to be to hold up the house? Stuff like that. She said, there is no degree for that. You're going to have to just get a job and learn from your working on the job. And I took her word for it. I ended up quitting school. I got no degree, didn't do what I wanted. A friend of mine got me into rent to own, and I got roped into staying there where I made just enough money that I couldn't quit, but not enough to thrive. Truth be told, the actual degree I needed was structural engineering degree. Something I was very good at was math and drafting and design, and this degree was absolutely perfect. It was the one for me, but I didn't learn that until recently. And so if you're in a situation where you're trying to figure something out, you need to ask and keep asking. If you don't have the answers that you need or that you're looking for, keep asking. Don't stop. Don't trust that one person has all the answers, because they don't. And if I would have kept pushing and kept asking other people, somebody could have told me structural engineering is what you want to do. And I could, hard telling where I would be today with building my own homes. I could be building buildings maybe, I don't know, but that's what I wanted to do. So with the rent to own thing, I got really sick of it. I mean, I was working long hours. I'd go home, I was so tired. I'd get up and have to do it all over again. I was miserable. The company that I worked for treated their customers horribly because they just totally took advantage of them. Like, one old lady bought 2 PlayStations for her grandkids. She paid on them every week perfectly for a year. But when that year was up, she paid $3,000 for 2 PlayStations. And this was back in the day when they were a lot cheaper. And I hated that. It was hard to sleep doing that to people. And then the way the company treated me was like a number. When I pick up that phone and it's my boss, the only thing I hear is, if you don't get the numbers that we're looking for, we'll find someone that will. So figure it out. There was no positive reinforcement, nothing. There was no official training. They just said, get it done, or we'll find someone that will. And it was just a really, really high stress job. And after about 13 years, I said, I've had enough. I am not going to die in a position in life that I am this miserable. And I quit. I started Ubering for a little while. It didn't work out too long. I was living up in Chicago. It's expensive up there, so I didn't make enough to stay up there, and I had to come back home. But really long story short, I met the love of my life. After loving this girl, I realized I had never loved anyone yet to this point. Like, I thought I knew what love was, but I didn't. But anyways, I was like, shit, I have to do something. I have to show this woman that I can support her and that we can do well together. I can't be jobless or homeless, and which is what I was. I was staying with friends. I was in the middle of jobs. I had nothing much going on, and I was just trying to figure it out. The only thing I could think of doing that I could get into quickly and make decent money doing was trucking. I didn't want to do it because you're gone all the freaking time. You're hardly ever home, which to me is like, what's the point of doing that if you're hardly ever home to enjoy your family? It's the only thing I can do to be able to pay the bills that we have. I don't know, I don't have a degree, I don't have any other way that I can do anything but trucking yet. I'm hoping someday to get into real estate, to get some rentals and have the income from that get me out of the truck. I'm hoping to make that happen sooner than later, but I'm just barely making enough to get by, so it's hard to make enough to start buying any kind of investment properties. But every day I'm listening to videos after video after video, trying to learn all the ins and outs, all the loopholes and all the tricks of the trade, hoping that I'll find a mentor one day, maybe somebody that's willing to put a hand out and help me onto the first rung of the ladder so that I can take off. I'm just trying to do the best I can for my family, and that's what matters most to me. So when you want something, don't give up on it. And if somebody you talk to doesn't give you the information you need, you keep looking and don't stop, ever.